Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23ABC News Midday starts now.
Good morning and thanks for joining us for 23ABC News at 11 a.m. I'm Danielle Kernkamp. New this morning, an update from Kern Public Health regarding coronavirus. It will now be easier to test residents with symptoms of the virus. Quest Diagnostics will begin testing locally and more frequently. Public Health will not be reporting how many local tests are being conducted. Michelle Corson with Public Health stressed there are still no confirmed cases or confirmed circulation of the virus locally. She added they've received 3 results back from those being tested, all of them testing negative. They're still awaiting the other 6 test results. And take a look at this. The New York Stock Exchange briefly halted trading this morning as stocks plummeted amid coronavirus fears and crashing oil prices. After a more than 7% drop in the S&P 500, a series of circuit breakers automatically kicked in for 15 minutes to try and calm the market. Right now, the Dow is down nearly 2,000 points. And here are more live pictures, this time from the Bay Area. Federal and state officials are preparing to receive thousands of people in Oakland from a cruise ship that has been idling off the coast. There are at least 21 people aboard the ship infected with coronavirus. A port spokesman said it's scheduled to dock in Oakland at about noon. Fences have been installed at an 11-acre site at the port as authorities prepare to whisk the more than 2,000 passengers to military bases or their home countries for a 14-day quarantine. There are confirmed cases in all 9 Bay Area counties. Back here at home, the Kern County and Bakersfield Fire Departments are working together to benefit the Porterville Library in honor of fallen fire captain Raymond Figueroa and firefighter Patrick Jones. 23ABC is teaming up with firefighters from Station 65 this week to collect books. You can drop off those books at 10051 Meacham Road or at any city or county station today through Friday. This drive is a chance to replace the books that were lost in the library fire where Figueroa and Jones died last month. Last week, the departments hosted a fundraiser in honor of the firefighters. They were able to raise more than $15,000 to benefit their families.
Bakersfield is Bakersfield. When there's a need, they're going to help. They saw the devastation up there. That community is hurting. We're going to help them rebuild, and the citizens of Bakersfield are going to help us do that.
Again, that book drive runs through Friday. You can drop off those books on Meacham Road, off Callaway, or at any city or county fire station. All right, let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Elena Rusk now. Get a quick check of our forecast, which also happens to be a top story this week.
A top story this week, that's absolutely right. So rain is just starting to move in, kind of hugging along the coastline for today, but impacting us hard tomorrow. We're talking about a good soaking out of this. There's already been some rain, which has been moderate times towards Santa Maria and other Central Coast locations. A little bit of that pushing over the coastal range and kind of west of the 5 this morning, but it's not going to get all the way into the county. You see there's just a couple little sprinkles out there, some gray clouds coming through, some seasonal temperatures, which means we're at 57 right now in Bakersfield, getting closer to your lunch hour. Still 35 there in Fraser Park, but this storm as it comes on shore, see how we have the upper 60s today? It's about the same tomorrow, so seasonal, but up in the mountains, see how those highs are in the 50s? That's way too warm for any snow out of this at pass level. So we are talking about some mild March-like temperatures for today and tomorrow, and that good soaking rain. It is unstable enough to bring a chance of thunderstorms and maybe snow for the very highest elevations. I'll detail each of those threats for tomorrow's storm as it gets closer coming up.
Bakersfield police are investigating a deadly collision from early this morning. BPD says they responded to Union Avenue near 3rd Street around 5:30 a.m. Police officials say an adult man was crossing Union outside of a crosswalk when he was hit by a car. The victim died at the scene. The driver of the vehicle stayed at the scene. Drugs or alcohol do not appear to be factors in the crash. And investigators are still looking into what caused an abandoned house fire in East Bakersfield. It happened on Gage Street just south of Lake Street before 2:30 this morning. Fire officials say this home's caught fire multiple times in the past, so units surrounded it with crews on each side to prevent the spread and let the inside of it burn. Once several interior walls burned, the water cannon knocked those walls down, causing it to collapse onto itself. The cause of the fire is still unknown. We'll post any new developments to this story on our website, turnto23.com. And with the recent daylight saving time change, the American Red Cross wants you to test those smoke alarms. The Red Cross says now's a good time to take these life-saving steps to prepare for home fires. According to the nonprofit, working smoke alarms can cut the risk of dying in a home fire in half. The first step is to be sure that there's a smoke alarm installed on every level of your home. The second is to test those smoke alarms and replace batteries if needed. The last step is to practice your fire escape plan in 2 minutes or less. For more, you can head to redcross.org. And Bakersfield police conducted a DUI and driver's license checkpoint over the weekend. Almost 700 vehicles were screened on East Truxton Avenue during the operation. 2 drivers were arrested for DUI. A stolen vehicle was recovered and the driver was arrested. Another driver was arrested for a previous hit and run. A total of 47 drivers were cited for license violations and 39 vehicles were impounded. Well, Leslie Chance, the former school principal found guilty of murder in the death of her ex-husband Todd, is expected to be sentenced this week. Chance was scheduled to be in court on Monday of last week, but was hospitalized. According to her attorney, she was suffering from pneumonia. Chance was found guilty of premeditated murder in the death of her husband back in 2013. She faces a maximum sentence of 50 years to life. She'll go before the judge on Wednesday. In other news, the construction of a high-speed rail underpass will leave a full closure for Pozo Avenue in the city of Wasco that will last approximately a year and a half. The closure is scheduled to start today. The California High-Speed Rail Authority, in conjunction with design-build contractor California Rail Builders, announced the full closure will take place at Pozo Avenue between G and H Streets in Wasco. The work's part of Construction Package 4, which is a 22-mile stretch of high-speed rail between 1 mile north of the Tulare-Kern County line and Poplar Avenue in Kern County. A detour is scheduled to be in place. Happening right now, golfing for a good cause. The annual JJ's Legacy Golf Tournament going down at the Seven Oaks Country Club. 23ABC's Mike Hart is emceeing this event. He stepped aside for a moment to join us live with more. Mike?
Yeah, Danielle, we are coming to you from an elevated position. I'm not talking about a tee box. I'm talking about the top of the Travis Matthew rig that is parked out here just adjacent to one of the tee boxes, right at the mouth of Seven Oaks Country Club, where the 10th annual JJ's Legacy Golf Tournament is wrapping up a big weekend for that organization. As you can see, we got 228 some odd golfers that are going to be taking part today in what's become one of the most popular golfing tournaments of the year. And joining me right now, Lori and Bob Malkin, the force behind this. And 10 years now. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. Our 10th anniversary. Can you believe it? All these friends and family, they come out and they support JJ's Legacy, and that's what's so great and heartfelt.
So these are all your friends?
Of course. They're all our friends, yes. And family as well.
How have you seen this event, Bob? I'm going to ask you, how have you seen this event change since its beginning?
We just keep adding more and more creativity to it year after year, and try to make it fun, try to make it so it's not predictable. So.
Now, fundraising, of course, one of the big things that go into any nonprofit of this size. What has it been enabled you to do to sort of get the word out when it comes to organ donation?
Well, we have our high school program where we teach the first-time driver about getting registered at the DMV because it's mandatory. So that's our biggest project. That's our biggest film festival that we have. We give scholarships back to the kids. So that's where our biggest fundraisers go. And then we have medical grants and transportation grants. So we really try to give back to the community because the community supports us. It's this community, the community has made JJ's Legacy.
And all these close friends.
And you.
Very good. Lori, thank you. Bob, I want to thank you for taking time here because, ladies and gentlemen, we're 20 minutes from tee-off right now, so they need to get back into what's going on. The event going on this afternoon, teeing off at about 11:30, and then this afternoon there'll be a post-tournament awards ceremony. I'm going to be taking part in that, as emceeing that as well. So let's send it back to you. Just a gorgeous day. Thank you, Elena, for keeping the rain away. Everyone out here really appreciates it.
Thanks, Mike. Also happening today, the city of Delano is inviting the community out for a meet and greet with the Delano Police Chief. There's no agenda or topics, just an opportunity to visit the Delano Police Department and voice your opinions or concerns. It's happening today from 5 to 7 p.m. at 2330 High Street in Delano. And later tonight, if you're looking for something for the whole family to be a part of, you can hop on your bike and go for a ride under the full moon. The full moon bike ride starts at 7 p.m. at Beach Park. It follows the Kern River Parkway Parkway Trail west from Beach Park, turns south at CSUB, then continues on the bike path through campus and ends at the marketplace. Event goers are strongly recommended to wear a helmet and a front-facing headlamp. Still to come here on 23.